students, in last lecture we have started male reproductive system, and in that male reproductive system shows two parts, male reproductive tract and accessory sex glands, and from that we have studied the male reproductive system. In that we have already studied the structure of scrotum, the structure of testes and the structure of vas deferens, that we have to repeat it in 2 minutes. So here the scrotum, in scrotum testes are present, testes are attached to scrotum with the help of gubernaculum. Testes are showing about 200 to 300 lobules consisting of seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules are forming a network that is called as a rete testis. These rete testis are then again showing formation of 12 to 20 fine tubes which are called as vasa efferentia. These vasa efferentia are leaving the testis and they are entering into this epididymis structure. This is the epididymis structure, and from epididymis there is a pipe-like structure arises which is called as a vasa deferentia. This is single, both together are called as a vasa deferentia. Okay. Now the next point of this reproductive system here is the ejaculatory duct. What is the ejaculatory duct? So here these are a pair of ducts which are about only 2 cm long. They are very short tubes, only 2 cm long, and this ejaculatory duct is formed by the combination of or by the joining of seminal vesicle and vasa deferentia. So here it is formed by joining of vas deferens and the duct of seminal vesicle. These ejaculatory ducts are opening into urethra in the region of the prostate gland. Here these ducts store and transport the sperm from the testis to outside through the urethra. So what is the function of this ejaculatory duct? So these ejaculatory ducts are storing the sperms and they are transporting the sperms from testis to the urethra. So here what is meant by the ejaculatory duct, that we have to see in the diagram. So these are the vas deferens. See here, these are the vas deferens, pipe-like structure. So this is vas deferens, this is seminal vesicle, this is vas deferens, this is seminal vesicle. This seminal vesicle and this vas deferens, they are joined together, and this is a very short tube, about 2 cm long. ही बघा इथे दिसते आपल्याला 2 cm लांबीची ट्यूब आहे, and that tube is called as a ejaculatory duct. So these ejaculatory duct, here this is a part of ejaculatory duct and here this is another ejaculatory duct. Both these ejaculatory ducts are open into the urethra. This is the urethra, and this ejaculatory duct are opening into this urethra region at the prostate gland. Behind that there is a prostate gland. So here the ejaculatory duct is formed by joining of vas deferens and seminal vesicle. It is about 2 cm, very short tube, and it is storing the sperms from testes. ज्यावेळेला टेस्टिस मध्ये स्पर्म तयार होतील त्यावेळेला स्पर्म असे इथे येतील आणि कुठे स्टोअर केले जातात, इथे स्टोअर केले जातात. तसेच इकडून आलेले स्पर्म कुठे स्टोअर केले जातात, इथे स्टोअर केले जातात. And then these sperms are transported through the urethra while having sexual intercourse. ज्यावेळेला सेक्शुअल इंटरकोर्स होईल त्यावेळेला इथे जे स्पर्म्स आलेले असतात, स्टोअर केलेले असतात, ते स्पर्म कुठे येतात, युरिथ्रामध्ये येतात आणि युरिनो जेनायटल ट्रॅक्टमधून काय केले जातात, ते फिमेल जेनायटल ट्रॅक्टमध्ये सोडले जातात. सो दिस इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट इज युज्ड फॉर द इजॅक्युलेशन ऑफ स्पर्म ट्रान्सफर करण्यासाठी युरिथ्रामध्ये त्याचा वापर केला जातो, म्हणून त्याला इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट असं म्हणलेलं आहे. ओके. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट हियर द युरिथ्रा. हियर इन मेल बॉडी दिस युरिथ्रा इज ॲक्टिंग ॲज अ urinogenital tract because the urine and as well as the genital fluid, that is called as a semen, both are carried through a single part, and that part is called as a urethra, and therefore it is called as a urinogenital duct. The male urethra is a common passage to carry the urine and semen. Urine, you know what is mean, and semen means it is a genital fluid. It is formed in the sex organ testis, and it is having male gametes in that, अँड दॅट इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज इजॅक्युलेटरी फ्लुइड, जे ट्रान्सफर केलं जातं मेल बॉडीमधून फिमेल बॉडीमध्ये, त्याला इथं काय म्हणलेलं आहे, सीमेन म्हणलेलं आहे. ओके, सो दिस इज अबाउट द युरिथ्रा. नाउ नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ दिस reproductive system is the penis. It is the last part and it is external genitalia organ असं म्हटलं जातं ह्याला. हे आत्तापर्यंत जे आपण स्ट्रक्चर बघितले मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह सिस्टीमचे, त्यातला स्क्रॉटम हा बाहेर असतो आणि हे पेनिस, हे दोन स्ट्रक्चर आपल्याला बाहेर बघायला मिळतात बॉडीच्या. अँड रिमेनिंग अदर स्ट्रक्चर्स दॅट वी हॅव स्टडीड दे आर प्रेझेंट इनसाइड द बॉडी. सो these are external genital organ. So it is male external genitalia and copulatory organ which is used for insemination. This penis is called as a copulatory organ. Copulation म्हणजेच मेटिंग आपण म्हणतो, ज्या वेळेला मेल आणि फिमेल एकत्र येतात त्यांच्यामध्ये सेक्शुअल इंटरकोर्स होतो, त्यावेळेला कॉप्युलेटरी ऑर्गन जो इनसेमायनेशनसाठी वापरला जातो, म्हणजेच या ऑर्गन थ्रू काय केलं जातं, सीमेन जे आहे ते फिमेल जेनेटल ट्रॅकमध्ये ट्रान्सफर केलं जातं. असा जो ऑर्गन आहे त्या ऑर्गनला इथं कॉप्युलेटरी ऑर्गन म्हणलं जातं. आणि तो ऑर्गन म्हणजे कुठला आहे, इथं पेनिस, एक्सटर्नल जेनिटेलिया म्हणून सुद्धा ओळखलं जातं, आणि कॉप्युलेटरी ऑर्गन फॉर इनसेमायनेशन. सो व्हॉट इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ पेनिस? सो इट इज सिलेंड्रिकल सारखं स्ट्रक्चर आहे अँड इट इज मेड अप ऑफ 3 बंडल्स ऑफ इरेक्टाईल टिश्यू. इन दिस पेनिस देर आर प्रेझेन्स ऑफ 3 bundles of erectile tissue. There is a pair of posterolateral tissue called as a corpora cavernosa and a median tissue that is corpus spongiosum. There are 3 erectile tissues present in the penis. Out of that posterolateral positionला एक पेअर आपल्याला बघायला मिळते आणि एक मेडियन पोझिशनला एक बघायला मिळतो. जो पोस्टरलॅटरल पोझिशनला आहे पेअरमध्ये, त्या लॅटरल टिश्यूला इथे म्हणलेला आहे कॉर्पोरा कॅव्हर्नोसा, आणि जो मेडियन मध्ये जो टिश्यू आहे त्याला इथं नाव दिलेलं आहे कॉर्पस स्पॉन्जिओसम. ऑल दीज टिश्यूज आर हेल्पिंग इन इरेक्शन ऑफ द पेनिस टू फॅसिलिटेट द इनसेमायनेशन. ज्या वेळेला कॉप्युलेशन होतं, मेटिंग होतं किंवा सेक्शुअल इंटरकोर्स होतो, त्यावेळेला पेनिसचं इरेक्शन होणं गरजेचं असतं, म्हणजे ते ताठ राहणं गरजेचं असतं. सो फॉर द इरेक्शन ऑफ दॅट पेनिस ऑल दीज इरेक्टाईल टिश्यूज आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल अँड इट इज हेल्पिंग द प्रोसेस ऑफ इनसेमायनेशन. तर जर इरेक्शन प्रॉपर झालं नाही तर इनसेमायनेशनची प्रोसेस तिथं व्यवस्थित होणार नाही. आणि म्हणून हे जे इरेक्टाईल टिश्यूज आहेत, पेअर ऑफ कॉर्पोरा कॅव्हर्नोसा आणि मेडियन इरेक्टाईल टिश्यू कॉर्पस स्पॉन्जिओसम, these 3 tissues are responsible for the erection of penis which is helping the insemination process. That you have to remember. Now what is the structure of penis here? The enlarged tip of the penis, it is called as a glans penis. त्या पेनिसचं जे टोक असतं ते एनलार्ज्ड असतं and that enlarged portion it is called as a glans penis which is covered by a loose fold of skin. त्याच्यावरती एक स्किनचं अतिशय लूज असं कवरिंग असतं स्किनपासून बनलेलं, and that is called as a foreskin or prepuce. That penis is showing enlarged tip, enlarged portion at the tip region, that is called as a glans penis, and glans penis is covered by a thin loose fold of skin and that is called as a foreskin or prepuce. And the urethral opening of the penis it is called as a urethral meatus or urethral orifice. Orifice म्हणजे ओपनिंग, meatus म्हणजे ओपनिंग. त्या पेनिसमध्ये आपल्याला युरिथ्राचं ओपनिंग बघायला मिळतं, त्याला इथं युरिथ्रल meatus किंवा युरिथ्रल orifice असं म्हटलं जातं. सो व्हॉट इज दॅट स्ट्रक्चर दॅट वी हॅव टू सी हिअर? सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ पेनिस. दिस इज द erectile cylindrical structure external genitalia which is used for copulation and therefore this penis is called as a copulatory organ which is used for insemination. It is having 3 erectile tissues. posterolateral pair असते त्याला कॉर्पस कॅव्हर्नोसा म्हटलं जातं आणि मेडियन बाजूला एक तिथे इरेक्टाईल टिश्यू बघायला मिळतो त्याला कॉर्पस स्पॉन्जिओसम म्हटलं जातं. अँड दिस पेनिस इज हॅव्हिंग एनलार्ज्ड टिप. इथे बघू शकताय तुम्ही, हा टिप आहे तो एनलार्ज आहे बघा, थोडासा फुगलेला आहे, इकडे फुगलेला आहे. that structure is called as a glans penis, and around that glans penis a loose fold, thin fold skin is present. इथे बघू शकता इकडे एक आहे आणि इकडे एक आहे. That is called as a foreskin or prepuce. And here urethral opening is there. This is the urethra. This is the opening, and this opening is called as a urethral meatus or urethral orifice. So this is all about the main reproductive tract, म्हणजे ह्युमन मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह सिस्टीममधला जो एक महत्त्वाचा मार्ग आहे की ज्या मार्गानं स्पर्मचं प्रोडक्शन केलं जातं आणि स्पर्म्स काय केले जातात, रिलीज केले जातात, ते आपल्याला या डायग्राममध्ये इथं बघता येतील. दीज आर द टेस्टिस. इन टेस्टिस सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स आर प्रेझेंट. In seminiferous tubules sperm production takes place, and from this seminiferous tubules sperms are transferred to rete testis. From rete testis they are transferring into the vasa efferentia. From vasa efferentia they are entering into the epididymis, where the epididymis region shows sperm motility and fertilizing ability. From epididymis they are transferred to vasa deferentia. From vasa deferentia they are coming into the ejaculatory duct, and from ejaculatory duct they are coming into the urethra. So असा हा मार्ग आहे. तो कसा मार्ग असतो तो आपण इथं बघूया. So this is the path of sperm in the reproductive tract. So in testes seminiferous tubules are present in which sperms are produced. These sperms are then transferred into rete testis. From rete testis vasa efferentia. From vasa efferentia epididymis. From epididymis vas deferens. Vas deferens and seminal vesicle combiningly form ejaculatory duct. So you can write here from vasa deferentia ejaculatory duct, from ejaculatory duct to urethra, and from urethra to urethral meatus. So this is the path of sperm, and related to that number of questions are asked in the NEET exam that we have to study after this point. So can you understand what is the path of these sperms? First of all, we can recall here, testes are the primary sex organs or male gonads in which number of seminiferous tubules are there, and in seminiferous tubules the sperms are produced. From seminiferous tubules a network of tubes are formed that is called as the rete testis. So sperms from seminiferous tubules are transferred into the rete testis. From rete testis vasa efferentia. From vasa efferentia epididymis. Epididymis vasa deferentia or vas deferens, then ejaculatory duct, and then urethra. So this is the path of sperm. I hope you understand the structure of male reproductive system. Now we have to see some questions related to that. So the shared terminal duct of reproductive and urinary system in human male is the shared duct which is having reproductive and urinary system combinedly in that duct. What is that structure or what is that duct? Urethra, ureter, vas deferens or vasa efferentia. So just we have seen in male urethra is a common tract which is acting as a urinogenital tract. So here the answer is urethra. Okay. Now the second question here, the testes in humans are situated outside the abdominal cavity inside a pouch called as a scrotum. This purpose served is for, as we know, the testes are present outside the abdominal cavity in a pouch like structure called as a scrotum. So what is the purpose to situation or to locate the testes outside the abdominal cavity in the scrotum? What is the purpose of this location? Here we have to identify escaping any possible compression by the visceral organ, providing more space for the growth of epididymis, providing a secondary sexual feature for exhibiting of the male sex, and maintaining the scrotal temperature lower than the internal body temperature. हे चारपैकी कोणतं कारण आहे की ज्याच्यामुळे टेस्टिस हे ॲबडॉमिनल कॅव्हिटीपासून बाजूला त्या स्क्रॉटल सॅकमध्ये सिच्युएट केलेले असतात. सो कॅन यू गेस द आन्सर? ॲज वी नो the scrotum is acting as a thermoregulatory organ. That means it is maintaining the temperature less than body temperature, about 2 to 2.5 degrees centigrade low temperature, which is required for the development of testes. So here the fourth option is the correct answer. This is escaping any possible compression by the visceral organ. This is not suitable. Or the growth of epididymis, no. And for the sexual appearance, it is also wrong answer. So this fourth option is the correct answer for this question. Now here the question which is asked in the last exam, select the correct sequence of transport of sperm cell in male reproductive system. मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह सिस्टीम मधला स्पर्मचा पाथ जो आहे तो कुठला करेक्ट आहे ते आपल्याला इथे शोधायचं आहे. तर आपण कसं बघणार बघा इथं, टेस्टिस, इपिडायडॅमिस, वासा एपरेन्शिया, वास रेफरन्स, इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट, इंज्युनल कॅनॉन, युरिथ्रा, युरिथ्रल मीटस. हा फर्स्ट ऑप्शन आहे. सेकंड, टेस्टिस, इपिडायडॅमिस, वासा एपरेन्शिया, रेटिटेस्टिस, इंज्युनल कॅनॉन, युरिथ्रा. थर्ड, सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल, रेटिटेस्टिस, वासा एपरेन्शिया, इपिडायडॅमिस, वास रेफरन्स, इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट, युरिथ्रा, युरिथ्रल मीटस. आणि फोर्थ, सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स, वासा एपरेन्शिया, epididymis, inguinal canal and urethra. So can you guess the answer here? Just we have seen here the C option is the correct sequence of the path of sperm. Seminiferous tubule कडून रेटिटेस्टिस कडे जातात, रेटिटेस्टिस कडून वासा एपरेन्शिया, नंतर epididymis, वास रेफरन्स, इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट, युरिथ्रा आणि युरिथ्रल मीटस. हा मार्ग आपल्याला इथे सांगता येईल. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन हियर, which of the following depicts the correct pathway of the transport of sperm. इथे पण त्याच पाथवेवरती प्रश्न विचारलेला आहे बघा. रेटिटेस्टिस, इफरंट डक्ट्युल्स, इपिडायडॅमिस, वासा डेफरन्स. रेटिटेस्टिस, इपिडायडॅमिस, इफरंट डक्ट्युल्स, वास डेफरन्स. रेटिटेस्टिस, वास डेफरन्स, इफरंट डक्ट्युल्स, इपिडायडॅमिस आणि इफरंट डक्ट्युल्स, रेटिटेस्टिस, वास डेफरन्स, इपिडायडॅमिस. इथं इफरंट डक्ट्युल्स म्हणजे वासा एफरेन्शिया हे लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे. मग अशीच आपण नाव बघितलेलं आहे डायग्राममध्ये ते. सो हिअर व्हॉट इज द करेक्ट सिक्वेन्स ऑफ द पाथ ऑफ द स्पर्म. हिअर द फर्स्ट सिक्वेन्स, रेटिटेस्टिसमधून वासा एफरेन्शिया म्हणजे इफरंट डक्ट्युल्समध्ये जातील, नंतर इपिडायडॅमिस जाणार आणि नंतर वास रेफरन्समध्ये जाणार. सो दिस इज द करेक्ट पाथवे. नाव अनदर क्वेश्चन इज हिअर that we have to see. So here, if for some reason the vasa efferentia in the human reproductive system get blocked, the gametes will not be transported from. काय होईल असं विचारलेलं आहे की जर वासा एफरेन्शिया ब्लॉक झालं ह्युमन मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह सिस्टीमच्या, तर स्पर्मचा ट्रान्सफर कुठून कुठे होणार नाही, गॅमेटचं ट्रान्सफर कुठून कुठे होणार नाही. Epididymis to vas deferens, ovary to uterus, vagina to uterus and testis to epididymis. काही उत्तर इथं मुळात बी आणि सी ऑप्शन, ओव्हरी आणि युटेरस आणि वजायना हे फिमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह सिस्टीमचे पार्ट आहेत, त्यामुळे हे दोन ऑप्शन इथं कट होतं. राहिले हे दोन ऑप्शन, इपिडायडॅमिस टू वास रेफरन्स आणि टेस्टिस टू इपिडायडॅमिस. काय होईल सांगा. इपिडायडॅमिसमधून वास रेफरन्सकडे जाणाऱ्या रस्त्यामध्ये वासा एफरेन्शिया येतात का, इपिडायडॅमिसकडून वास रेफरन्सकडे जाण्याच्या रस्त्यावर आहेत का, टेस्टिस टू इपिडायडॅमिसमध्ये असतील. वासा एफरेन्शिया कुठं असतात, रेटिटेस्टिसमधून इपिडायडॅमिसकडे जाण्यासाठी. वास रेफरन्सचा तिथं काही संबंध नाही, त्यामुळे उत्तर काय येणार आहे इथं, डी ऑप्शन, टेस्टिस टू इपिडायडॅमिस. त्यामुळे हे पर्टिक्युलर स्ट्रक्चर व्यवस्थित लक्षात ठेवणं खूप गरजेचं आहे. जो पाथ आपण बघितलेला आहे, कुठं ब्लॉक झाला तर कुठून कुठं स्पर्म जाऊ शकणार नाहीत, तो पाथ जर आपण लक्षात घेतला तर आपल्याला याची उत्तरं इझिली आपण देऊ शकतो. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट दी स्ट्रक्चर. नाव अगेन वन क्वेश्चन इज हिअर, वासा एफरेन्शिया आर द डक्ट्युल्स लिडिंग फ्रॉम. वासा एफरेन्शिया हे डक्ट्युल्स कुठून आलेले आहे, टेस्टिक्युलर लोब्युल्स टू रेटिटेस्टिस, रेटिटेस्टिस टू वास डेफरन्स टू इपिडायडॅमिस आणि इपिडायडॅमिस टू युरिथ्रा. बघा इथं काय येईल उत्तर, वासा एफरेन्शिया लिडिंग फ्रॉम कशापासून आलेले आहे. सो हिअर यू कॅन सी द ऑप्शन रेटे टेस्टिस टू वास डेफरन्स, कारण रेटे टेस्टिसमधून ते वासा एफरेन्शिया तयार होतात. वासा एफरेन्शियानंतर इपिडायडॅमिस आणि मग वास डेफरन्स तयार होतो. त्यामुळं आपल्याला इथं उत्तर असं देता येईल की वासा एफरेन्शिया आर द डक्ट्युल्स लिडिंग फ्रॉम, कशापासून आलेले आहेत ते रेटे टेस्टिसपासून आलेले आहेत आणि कुठं जाणार आहेत, वास डेफरन्सकडे जाणार आहेत. वास डेफरन्स टू इपिडायडॅमिस येणार नाही, इपिडायडॅमिस टू युरिथ्रा येणार नाही, टेस्टिक्युलर लोब्युल्स टू रेटे टेस्टिस तिथं पण येणार नाही. सो दिस इज द आन्सर. Now the next point related to this testis, we have studied the VS of testis or LS of testis. Now we have to study the histology of testis, that is TS of testis. Very important point and very simple point related to this point. So in this transverse section of testis, this is the diagram of TS of testis. In that we have seen this is the seminiferous tubule. This structure is seminiferous tubule. This is another. This is another. When you take the testis TS, there are number of oval shaped structures we can see, and these oval shaped or these circular shaped structures are called as the seminiferous tubules. And these seminiferous tubules are having the basement membrane around them, and this basement membrane shows a layer of जर्मॅनल एपिथेलियम. याच्यावरती इथं आपण बघू शकतो की हे जर्मॅनल एपिथेलियमचं लेयर आहे प्रत्येक ठिकाणी. अँड दीज जर्मॅनल एपिथेलियम आर शोईंग डिफरंट प्रोसेस दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस ॲट द प्युबर्टी एज. वयात आल्यानंतर ह्या जर्मॅनल एपिथेलियममध्ये काय केलं जातं, स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिसची प्रोसेस काय केली जाते, कॅरी आउट केली जाते. आणि त्याच्यामुळं आपण इथं बघू शकतो there are different developmental stages of the spermatogenesis that we can observe here. There is formation of spermatogonia, primary spermatocyte, secondary spermatocyte, spermatids and spermatozoa. Five different developmental stages are present for the formation of spermatogenesis, and these are observing in the seminiferous tubules when we take the TS of testis. So this is germinal epithelium, and these are showing different stages of the spermatogenesis, and these are the sperms, and these sperms are getting attached here. Some are pyramidal shaped cells. You can see pyramidal shaped cells are there. These cells are called as the Sertoli cells. Sertoli cells. In between the germinal epithelial cells, Sertoli cells are present, and to the Sertoli cells the head of sperms are attached. So here is the sperm bundle. When sperms are getting fully developed, they are attaching by their head to the Sertoli cell. These Sertoli cells are providing nutrition, or they are providing nourishment to the developing sperms. And in between the seminiferous tubules there is a group of cells. Here you can see these groups of cells which is present in between the seminiferous tubules are called as a interstitial cells or cells of Leydig or Leydig cells. These interstitial cells or Leydig cells are secreting a male sex hormone testosterone, which is responsible for development of secondary sexual characteristics in the human male. So this is the all about the TS of testis. Now we have to study in detail. Externally each testis is covered by 3 layers. Outer tunica vaginalis, middle tunica albuginea and inner tunica vascularis. प्रत्येक टेस्टिसच्या वरती आपल्याला 3 लेयर्स बघायला मिळतात. आउटर जो आहे त्याला ट्युनिका वजायनालिस म्हणलेला आहे, मिडल जो आहे त्याला ट्युनिका अल्बिजेनिया म्हणलेला आहे, आणि इनर जो आहे त्याला ट्युनिका व्हॅसिक्युलरिस म्हणलेला आहे. सो दीज आर द 3 कवरिंग्स ऑन दी testis, and when the tunica vaginalis formed by incomplete peritoneal covering, albigenia by fibrous connective tissue and vascularis by capillaries. हे 3 लेयर कशापासून बनलेले आहेत. सो आउटर vaginalis लेयर जो आहे इट इज फॉर्म्ड बाय इनकम्प्लीट पेरिटोनियल कवरिंग. मिडल albigenia लेयर आहे इट इज फॉर्म्ड बाय fibrous connective tissue, and inner vascularis means here vessels are present, and therefore it is formed by capillaries. So this is all about the outer coating of the testis. Now when we are observing in TS, what will you see? So in each testis, it is composed of, as we see, number of seminiferous tubules are present, and each seminiferous tubule is lined by two types of cells called as a male germ cell, spermatogonia. These are cuboidal germinal epithelial cells, and few large pyramidal cells which are called as a nurse cells or Sertoli cells, or these are also called as a sustentacular cells. This name is used in NCERT book, so you have to remember this name also. Sertoli cells are pyramidal cells which are called as a nurse cells. Sertoli cells or sustentacular cells. So in between the male germ cells, that is spermatogonia, which are cuboidal germinal epithelial cells, there is presence of large pyramidal cells. Now in TS of testis, we are observing different stages of spermatogenesis like spermatogonia, which are diploid, primary and secondary spermatocytes which are diploid, spermatids and sperms which are haploid. So all these different developmental stages of spermatogenesis are observing into this TS, and sperm bundles remain attached to the Sertoli cells with their heads. Now these male germ cells undergo meiotic division to form sperms, and these developing sperms are getting nourishment from the sperm, from the Sertoli cell till they get mature, and in between the seminiferous tubules there are cells of Leydig or interstitial cells which are secreting testicular hormone, that is called as a testosterone, which is called as an androgen at the puberty age. So once upon we can recall these points of this TS of testis. The testis is having outer coating which is made up of three layers: outer vaginalis, tunica vaginalis, middle albigenia, tunica albigenia, and inner is tunica vesicularis. Vaginalis is made up of peritoneal covering, middle it is made up of fibrous connective tissue, and inner it is made up of different vessels, that is capillaries. And in this TS of testis, we are observing the seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules are lined by two types of cell. One is Sertoli cell, it is pyramidal shaped cell, and others are called as a male germ cells which are known as a germinal epithelium, cuboidal epithelial cell. This is germinal epithelium. These Sertoli cells are also called as a nurse cells or sustentacular cells. They are giving nourishment to the developing sperm till maturation, and the cuboidal germinal epithelial cells, here you can see the name germinal epithelial cell, they undergo meiotic divisions, and they are forming different developmental stages of the spermatogenesis like spermatogonia, primary spermatocyte, secondary spermatocyte, spermatid and sperm. All these stages are here we are observing, and mature sperms are remain attached to the heads by these Sertoli cells. So this is all about the structure, and in between the seminiferous tubules, group of cells is present, that is called as the interstitial cell or cells of Leydig, which is secreting testosterone hormone, which is androgen hormone, and this hormone it is responsible for the development of the secondary sexual characteristics at the puberty age. So in this today's lecture, we have completed the remaining parts of the male reproductive tract from ejaculatory duct up to the penis, and what is the structure of TS of testis, that we have completed in this point. Related to that, there are some questions that we have to study. The Leydig cells as found in the human body are secretory source of the interstitial cells or cells of Leydig are secreting some secretions. Which are those secretions? Progesterone, intestinal mucosa, glucagon and androgens. What will be the answer here? Yes. So here D option, androgens, because androgenic hormone, that is steroid hormone, testosterone, it is secreted by the cells of Leydig. Now the second question here, Sertoli cells are found in ovaries and secreting progesterone, adrenal cortex secreting adrenaline, seminiferous tubules providing nutrition to the gamete, and pancreas secreting cholecystokinin. So these Sertoli cells are found in which organ or which gland, and they are secreting what type of chemical? So here answer is the seminiferous tubules and providing nutrition to the germ cells. So in today's lecture we have completed the remaining point of the main reproductive tract. The accessory glands we have to study in the next lecture. Till then, thank you.